Hello, everybody. It's Kurt Jurgens here, better known as Rules Crypto on Twitter and YouTube. Today, I wanted to get into Cardano and being a proposal assessor, or what was once known as a community advisor. Basically, your rules, responsibility, and the importance of it. And I just want to take you through what I did first starting out. And I think that's what's most important here is where it all comes from, how you review funds and assess them. First of all, you're going to want to take a look at Cardano.Ideascale.com and register and make your own little user so that you can, of course, look at the different funds and proposals and projects on there. First, like I said, create an account here. And then once I created an account, I needed to figure out what I'm doing and why exactly. So basically, what I did there is I went to a couple of different websites and guides for Project Catalyst, which is an assessment guide, and it is located here. And don't worry, I'm going to go ahead and post everything that I say here in the description, so you'll be able to go through it yourself and figure it out. So the Proposal Assessor, or PA, is a self-assigned rule in Cardano's Project Catalyst. And within this rule, you assess proposals. In the assessment phase, you are asked to determine how well each proposal matches each of the three criteria: impact, feasibility, and auditability. The average individual score across the three criteria will give an overall score for the proposal. So here's the page. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description. And basically, what I came to figure out and learn is that when becoming a proposal assessor, there's a whole lot to learn. This guide is huge. You want to take it very seriously. Throwing assessments out there just to throw them out there or basically hurt somebody's feelings, calling them stupid, isn't helpful for anybody. Cardano is purely about staying decentralized and being a community-driven blockchain. So I think it's important also to go ahead and take a look at these guiding principles. This is very important. You get on there and have a negative view against somebody, and then you're just wasting energy on arguments. So this guiding principles page was very helpful. Also, there's a whole lot on here when it comes to like an assessment guide, becoming an assessor or community advisor. So I highly suggest checking out these pages. They help me a lot, and I'm honestly still not done reading through everything. Let me see here. Well, I want basically what I wanted to figure out is I want to do this and be good at it and help and contribute. Yes, I think there are some things there for people to be compensated for their good assessments. So that's always a good little incentive, but even more so to expand the ecosystem and to help Cardano out as a whole. That's more important. And this type of role inside Cardano shouldn't be gone about willy-nilly. Proper effort needs to be put into place to do a good job. You make your assessments, and if done correctly, they will be used after being reviewed, of course, by the veteran proposal assessors, which can also, if you do a bad job, filter out your proposal altogether, and then you've just wasted your time and everybody else that had to read your assessment. Also, you should get involved with making assessment proposals that you fully understand and can grasp. So, for instance, I'm not going to get into proposals that speak in depth on programming Haskell or Plutus. I have a very limited knowledge of HTML or making web pages. I understand how it works. I understand how you create one, but when it comes to programming Haskell or Plutus or using something like Marlowe, I have no dog in that fight because I just simply don't understand it. So I wouldn't make an assessment on proposals like that until I have a full understanding of where it's at and how it works. Basically, how I can use these different guides. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I also wanted to go into, once you've created your account on here and you want to get into making a proposal, there's a cool little suggest proposal tool. I'll link that in the description below as well, and it suggests proposals to you that you can make assessments on. If you like it and you want to make an assessment, cool. If not, you can click it again and it'll give you another thing to choose to make your assessment upon. Obviously, these guides are how I'm going to use, or these guides are what I'm going to use to make my assessment, almost like a checklist of things to do to make sure my assessment is done properly. And then, of course, the veteran proposal assessors will either choose to use mine or filter it out. And that's important. That's just another tier level to our whole process here. My questions really are now, after I submit an assessment, how will I know? And of course, I haven't done this yet, so I will have to test it out myself. But how will I know if it's going to be used? And if a veteran proposal assessor likes my assessment or dislikes it, can I get feedback on that? And those are my questions. And of course, I'm sure there will be other questions to come about, but this is just a short list of some of the things I've learned along the way and what to do and what not to do. But more or less, I want to do a good job, so this is where I started. Thank you guys, and I appreciate the time you took to listen. Take it easy.